Hey, what's up, MLB Nation? Welcome back. You know where you are. The Millennial ManCave. Your boy Jeff in the house. Getting things going for episode 2 of the Toronto Blue Jays rebuild here in MLB The Show 18. Guys, it was a tough offseason. How do I break this down for you? Let me show you first what free agency is looking like right now. This is what's still kicking around. Jose Reyes, Jason Hamill. You got just older guys. Brett Anderson, Nelson Cruz, Josh Tomlin, Brandon McCarthy, Doug Fister, Markakis, yada, yada, yada. A lot of stuff on the go. Now, let me show you the current roster that we are sitting with right now. And you may notice some... Yeah. Can you pick it out already? Josh Donaldson is no longer a Blue Jay. I know I told you guys that I was going to be showing the offseason. I kind of got a little excited and kind of went about it. Forgot that I wasn't recording. My apologies for that. But let me show you exactly what happened, what we're looking at right now. So I did tender Josh Donaldson. I sent him a massive offer and also sent him a qualifying offer to make sure I could still get him. And he actually accepted less money to go play for the Texas Rangers. As I will show you over here. Let's go to third base. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. $22.9 million a year for a 4-year deal. I was actually offering Josh closer to $25 million, but I only gave him a 3-year deal, thinking that, I'll sign him, I'll use him for as long as I need to, and then I'll work out my third base timeline with Vladdy Guerrero Jr. As you can see, unfortunately, Josh, he left. Now, I did let some guys walk, so let me show you exactly where we're at right now. So Stroman, now guys, a bunch of our guys needed to be re-signed. It was a hectic offseason, so let me show you what I was thinking, where I got to, and how I got to where I am right now. So Marcus Stroman, still our ace right now, 87 overall. I had to sign him to a 4-year deal, 8.87. For an ace, that's actually pretty phenomenal. For 87 overall, I'm happy with that contract. I feel like it's almost playing like a hometown discount. Aaron Sanchez, even better. 84, 3-year deal, 5.15 million. I think it's solid. J-Hap, I signed him back for a 1-year deal. I'm likely to move him just because of his age and see if I can get a little younger. But he is still 78, had a half-decent year for us on the back end, if you guys remember from episode 1. And I signed him to $4.6 million. It's a 1-year deal. I don't think it hurts us in any way. I'll take it. Julius Chassin, he had a half-decent year for us after we picked him up at the trade deadline. $3.42 million on his final year. I'll take it. He's only 31. We can assess to see how this year goes. And Jaime Garcia, I also gave him a 2-year deal, $3.05 million. 32, not that old. 75 as our last starter. I'll take it. As you can see, we also have some of the prospects starting to come up now. Sean Reed-Foley pushing 72. Ryan Barucki, 71. Taylor Guerrero, 70. TJ Zook, 69. So, I feel like these guys by even mid-season could potentially take over a spot from like a Garcia or Chassin or a Hap if we still have them, and potentially we need to move them. So something to keep an eye on. That's the reason why I didn't want to go overspend and try and get another pitcher. And there actually, to be honest, wasn't a lot of pitchers available. The big names are Bryce Harper. I think Manny Machado was around. But these guys were asking anywhere from like $25 to $30 million a year. And obviously the Jays don't have those kind of funds to put out when we had our own guys to sign in-house. Look at our relief pitchers now. Carl Edwards Jr. I got back on a phenomenal deal. $1.7 million, 85 overall. Trevor Rosenthal, I re-signed. Gave him a 2-year deal at $6.5 million. He is expensive, but he did get that 85 for us. He did have a good back end of the season, and I wanted to shore up the bullpen and have like some really good options for late in games. Seung Hwan Oh, of course he is old. I know you're looking at the 36, but again, relievers, they always pitch till they're old. He's still 81 overall, $1.7 million on a 2-year deal. Still options for us to trade him. Seagrass, $3.2 million, 2-year deal. Like a good lefty out of the pen, always hard to find. 80 overall, he's only 29. We'll see how it goes. Ryan Tepera, 1.75 for 3 years, 31, 78, not too bad. Joe Biagini, $675,000, great deal, easy signing, 77. Carlos Ramirez, 520. And as you can see, the numbers here are just easygoing. Easygoing numbers. A lot of these guys actually didn't even have to sign. There were some small re-signs, but the relievers I'm steady with. Osuna, $6.75 million for an all-star closer is money for 4 years. Great deal. He's only 24, man. So he takes us to 28. We can always reassess to see where we're at that point. Look at our catchers. JT Realmuto signed a great contract for us, $3.67 million for the next 3 years. Or 2 years. And, 82. Really holding off to see what we're going to get out of our prospects here in Danny Jansen and potentially Reese McGuire. Cam Rupp, he was on a 1-year deal left from last year. $1.5 million. Nice and easy. We'll take it as a stopgap, any injuries, and these guys will start making their way up. Look at our first baseman, Justin Smoke, signed a friendly deal, $6.5 million, had a great season for us last year. 2 years left on the contract. Kendris, I still have around. This was the last year of his contract. I am going to monitor Rowdy Tellez. He is potentially going to take over as the, I guess, utility first baseman coming in. Smoke is our starter right now, and obviously I am open to looking at potential trades to get us better. Going on from there, second base, Devo Travis, still kicking around, $5.27 million for 2 years. I mean, he had a great year for us last year, great average. I think he chipped in like 15 home runs. And of course, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., who we had to sign to a great deal here, $2.71 million for the next 4 years. That locks him down to he's almost 30. That's a great deal for us. He's on the up and up. And we're able to also sign a young prospect, Peter Nakajima. He's 69 overall already. Great backup for us to potentially look to in case of injury. Looking at third base, obviously you see the gaping hole now. We don't have Josh Donaldson. Yangervis Solarte re-signed on a great deal, $367 over 3 years. He is 81, had 30 home runs last year and batted over 300. So he does become our starting third baseman. And of course, we do have Vlad Guerrero Jr., who really I could call up and start playing at that 73 overall right now. Looking into our shortstops, big acquisition for us here. I had to start getting, something back for the loss of Donaldson. And I thought, who better than Didi Gregorius? If you guys don't know, he does play pretty much around the infield, shortstop, second, and third. I feel like he helps us. He brings some speed. He brings a little bit of everything, so I thought it was a great deal. $2 million for the next 4 years is really good lockdown for us. We don't like him. There's always that trade potential. Aledmys Diaz signed a great contract, $1 million flat, nice and easy. 28, he's 73. He's basically going to platoon it with Gregorius. And I believe he also plays, second and third as well. So, opening the options. And, of course, Bo Bichette, A73. I could also see him potentially coming up this year. So we really did give ourselves some good options on how we're going to look to this second season and see what kind of growth we're going to get. Looking at left field, Curtis Granderson, I had to give him another one-year deal, man. The guy played absolutely phenomenal last year. Look at this, 292 average with 18 home runs. And the guy had 134 games with 439 at-bats. This guy is just keep going. For the outfield depth, I signed him to a one-year deal. If he plays like he did last year, this deal's a joke, and it's a wash at the end of the season anyways. Dwight Smith Jr. is starting to finally make his way up now, signed a friendly $850,000 deal for 3 years. He's already 71. I mean, he'll come up now, bring us some speed, and probably bring some good defense out there. I'll take it. Looking on to center field, of course, Kevin Pillar's still there. Signed a nice $2.05 million deal, 1 year remaining. He is 30. I'm pretty much going to go on a year-by-year basis, maybe a 2-year max with Pillar, because right now our big boy is Teoscar Hernandez. I don't know how it ended up working out, but he accepted a $1.55 million deal over 7 years. I have a feeling we're going to have to reassess that, but he's 26. It doesn't really matter at this point. He's on a super cap-friendly deal, and he's on a quick up and up. Phenomenal to see what he was able to do for us last year. If you guys forgot, taking a look, 302 average with 6 home runs in 169 games. I mean, I'll take it. Dalton Pompey, Anthony Alford, these are guys we may also see come up this year. Something we have to monitor. Pompey signed 3 years at $525. Alford, $590 for the next 9 years. Yeah, that happened. Moving on again now from here. Randall Grichuk, he signed $3.8 million, 3 years. He did give us some pop. He didn't have the average, but with Josh Donaldson gone, I needed somebody who could provide me some power. Obviously, Grichuk can give us that, 24 home runs last year. Hopefully has a better average, but we'll see. So this is where we currently sit, guys. Right now, we are in spring training. As you know, we also did pretty well with our draft picks, so we could see those guys starting to come around as well and also help with our depth. I'm going to simulate spring training right now and see where about it takes us and how we finish. So let's go over to the calendar, and we will work our way through St. Louis here. So we're not starting off too well. We're 4-5, 5-5, 6-5. So we're pretty much at the 500 mark, pretty well where we were in the first season. And we've pretty much just finished 2 games over 500. And let's get a quick idea here on what's been happening. So Stroman not looking great, went 0-3 in the preseason. Joe Biggini 1-1, Tepera 2-1, Rosenthal 1-1, Seonghwan Oh 1-1. So a lot of games did not end with our starters. Sanchez 2-1, Happ 2-1. Yeah, I saw Stroman 1-1, 2-0. So pretty all over the place, but as we know, spring training doesn't really count per se, at least not in my eyes. So let's get to the regular season. Let's go take a look at our rosters, and then we will see what we have to do from here. So I'm going to take a look now. Let's go check the rosters. Our starting pitchers, So Hap up to 79, Chacin still at 77, and look at Jaime Garcia down to 74 at the start of the season. This already starting to show me that Sean Reed-Foley could be making his way up at any given time. I may look to see maybe packaging Hap and Garcia, try and get maybe like another 80, low 80 guy to be at that third spot, and then maybe call up Sean Reed-Foley to take over the 5 spot. There also is some arms available on free agency, as I showed you. I think they were in the kind of mid 70 to high 70 where Chacin is, so we always could sign somebody. Look at our relievers now, all looking good. Biagini did make the roster, which I'm very happy to see. I'm going to be curious to see how these guys pan out during the year. Osuna, of course, is up. Real Muto and Rupp are up. What do we got from here? Justin Smoke, Kendrys Morales. So Rowdy Tellez is still going back to Double-A. He's going to get, hopefully, some more potential down there. We're going to look at our second baseman now. So Lourdes Gurriel's actually back in Double-A. So he's 70 overall. Devo Travis going to hold it. This also, of course, comes from the fact that we have Aledmys Diaz and Didi Gregorius who play around the infield. And Vladdy Jr. So we do have a full 25 roster. So it does actually allow us to keep the young guys in the minors for now to start the season. Dwight Smith Jr. is up with Grandy, Pilar, Teoscar, and Grichuk. So that's how we're going to go to get the season started, guys. As we're going to do it like last time, we are going to sim it through on a month-by-month basis. So let's take it here to the end after the Cleveland series. And let's see how we're getting started. So we're under 500 already off the bat. But remember last year we did start slow and really pick up our way from there. So we are over 500 finally. That's what I like to see. 14-10, 16-10, 17-11, 17-2, 17-13. Let's take a quick look back here, see exactly how it went. Lost the first game to KC. Spanked them 10-1 out of boys Aaron Sanchez. But we lost the series. Texas, we won the series. Boston, we got 1 win out of 4. Not great. We took the Tampa series. We took the Baltimore series, 3 out of 4 games. Fantastic. Took the Cleveland series. Took the White Sox series. 3 out of 4 games. Fantastic. 2-game series with the Yankees, we split. And the Cleveland series, we lost. So we're about to take on Houston now. As always, let's go take a peeky at what our roster is doing right now and the numbers our guys are putting up. So Osuna, ERA is definitely high. In 9 innings, I'm not loving what I'm seeing, but it is early in the season. Stroman up to 89, 5-0 on the year, guys, 1.59 ERA. That's your ace. He's obviously growing, looking good. ERA right now for Rosenthal, absolutely perfect. Sanchez, 4-2, 1.47. So our starters so far have looked phenomenal. Edwards Jr. not looking great to start the year. We're going to give him some time. Seung-Hwan Oh, the final boss, 2.55. Justin Smoke now, 2.69 average. Actually, you know what? I'm going to even do it this way, make it a little easier. So Hap is 1-5. So obviously, this is something we definitely have to address. Julius Chacin, 3-2, 4.45. Not a great ERA, something we could probably look into changing. Jaime Garcia, 3.15, 2-2. So I think the potential is definitely here to look to moving Hap and Garcia. As we look here, Rosenthal was good. We know Ho was good. Seagrass 4.76. He's going to need something. Tepera at a 1 is nice to see. And Biagini 4.68. But the guy's eating some mad innings at 25 already out of the pen. We saw Osuna. Real Muto, 2.44 average with 2 home runs. I mean, he's a catcher. It is what it is. Cameron Rupp, though, looks like he's stepping in very well. 3.64 average. Justin Smoke, 2.69, 7 home runs. That's exactly what I wanted to see out of him. And Kendrys Morales showing well for us this year. It's 4.04 average off the bench and 2 jacks. Devo Travis, 2.48, 2 jacks. We can deal with it. Yangervis Solarte not looking good to start the year. 2.10 average, 1 home run. We're going to need him to really pick up his game because he has to fill in for Donaldson. Didi at 2.69, I'm very happy to see. 4 home runs, adding a little bit of pop. Aledmys Diaz, a great start to the year. 3.16 and 4 home runs. Dwight Smith Jr., fantastic, my dude. 3.06 average, 1 home run. Grandy offering us a 2.03 and 2 home runs. Pilar 2.81, 3 home runs. Teoscar Hernandez killing it. 3.20 average, 5 jacks. And Randall Grichuk, not looking that good. Could it be the end of Grichuk's reign, man? This could be something we definitely want to look into. So one thing I do see already that I did mention, Hap's not working for me. Let's go sim through another month, see where it takes us, see if the boys are picking up. And if not, we will definitely be looking to potentially make some changes. So let's end off here at the New York series, and then we'll look to see what changes we're going to make from there. It looks like we won the Houston series, we won the LA series, we lost to Detroit, lost to the Yankees, split with the Mets, took the Baltimore series, tied the Minnesota series, and then swept the Yankees. So we did pick it up a little more there on that back end. I like what I saw. We'll go take a peek again at those rosters, see exactly what everything's looking at. So actually, Marcus Stroman falls to the DL after a 1.77 ERA and a 7-0 start to the season. That one's going to be tough for us. Let's see how long the injury is. Broken arm, 1 to 2 months. That is going to hurt us huge. Absolutely huge. So we got Aaron Sanchez, 5-3, 195. J Happ, not looking good. So I think it's time we're going to move on from Happ. He's 2-7. Julius Chassin, pretty modest, 5-3, 378. And Jaime still over 500. So Happ, I think, is about to go. Looking at our relievers. So Rosenthal is still perfect. Edwards Jr. brought the ERA down, so he's going to start turning it around. Seung-Hwan Oh continues to lower his ERA. Segrist moved up a little bit, but still not too bad. Tepera still pure fire. And Joe Biagini still holding out, eating innings for us. Can't be mad there. Asuna, ERA still around the same. Real Muto picking it back up here. 252, 6 home runs. Cameron Rupp right now, 316. Still giving us some great average off the bench. Justin Smokey, 212. Average is dropping. Not loving that right now. But 7 home runs. But Morales is bringing us the average. 337, 3 jacks. Devo Travis, 253 home runs. Lourdes Gurriel looks like he's picking it up in the minors. Who knows how soon until he comes up. Solarte, 3 home runs, 213. Not liking what I'm seeing. Didi Gregorius, 278, 9 home runs. Finally, some good news. Aledmus Diaz still picking up fantastically here. 304, 8 home runs. Granderson, 220, 4 jacks. Dwight Smith, we also lose to injury right now, so we are hurting a little bit. Fractured leg, 1 to 2 months, so another long-term injury for us. 288 average, that's a big loss. Pilar, 241. Hernandez, 257, so they took a little bit of a hit. And Randall Grichuk apparently is on fire, but he has 10 home runs and a 188 average. So I think it's time we got to make some call-ups here. 69 is our next best at Dalton Pompey for the outfield. And I think that's definitely what we're going to have to look at. So I'm going to call up Dalton Pompey. And then due to the loss of Stroman, we're going to have to call somebody up. Maybe we'll call up Sean Reed Foley, I think. Here's our best guy. Actually, let's go take a quick look at free agency. See if anybody is there that might be able to help us out, step into the pitching rotation with our injuries. Jose Reyes, yeah. So see, Hamill's 75 already. I almost rather just give it to our younger guys. So let me call up Sean Reed Foley. We're going to get him in the lineup. Back to our starters here. Sean Reed Foley. Add him to the 40-man roster. And you're going to get the call up to MLB, man. This is your time to finally show your worth. Due to an injury, you're going to get your call up. But let me go take a quick look at the rosters. I think it's time to make some trades, and I will come right back. All right, guys. So here we have our deal. Now, let me show you the reasoning behind what I'm doing here. So we're losing J Happ, who is one of our lefty starters. Obviously, we want a lefty in the rotation. I'd also like to get younger. So as you can see, I threw in J Happ. I threw in the massive contract of Trevor Rosenthal and try to help out the bullpen in a much larger way. So I was able to actually go out and acquire Adam Liberator, Alex Wood, which is a nice trade-off for Happ, and get a young pitching reliever in Yaziel Sierra, who, as you can see, great overalls. 84, 81, Alex Wood at 85. And in that replacement, you know, we do lose Rosenthal. I know he's 87, but he is $6.5 million. So we're able to cut a little bit of salary there. We're able to cut the salary on J Happ at 4.6. And to throw in, I threw in a second baseman who I just signed. Yeah, he's turning out pretty half decent, but I just kind of got him basically for the sense to have a little bit of depth. Now, this does help us in a big, big way. So what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to pull the trigger on this deal. Boom. Call that one done. This one helps us out already by giving us Alex Wood, who's going to become an absolute, like, just beast in this lineup right now. And especially with Stroman down, getting a nice, like, higher tier 85 overall pitcher is going to help us huge and going forward. Looking at our reliever core now, I mean, look how much even more well-rounded we look, which I didn't think we could possibly do, but we definitely did. Now, we do have 2 lefties out of the pen. I am paying Segrist a little bit more than I am Liberator. Looking at their numbers, Segrist at that 4.45. The last 4 years, he's had an ERA over 4. So, looking at Liberator, 2, 3, 2. Obviously looking a little better. I definitely don't feel like I necessarily need 2 lefties coming out of the pen. So I'm wondering if I may want to potentially move on for one of them, or just see how the rest of the season goes for now, since we are potentially going to be losing Seung-Hwan Oh because of his age, and then potentially going to trade him. So I'm actually going to leave it for now, and we'll see how these changes have affected our roster right now. So let's go head over. We're going to go over here. Yep, the Dodgers agreed to a deal. Big trade for us. Really excited about it. Sean Reed-Foley going to get his option to step in here. Alex Wood taking over the 2 spot. Sierra's up. Tepera's up. Biagini's up. So that worked out well for the pen. Actually, we do have to send one person down. So I think I'm going to put Biagini down to AAA for now. I know he was eating minutes for us, or innings. But now it's Tepera already rounding out to the 80. We don't need the 75. Plus, like I said, Biagini was at like a 5.7 ERA. He'll move down. I think everything else here should really be okay because the second baseman that we traded was not up. And we should have a full roster now with the guys we called up in Dalton Pompey. And who else did we call up? One of the relievers, or one of the starters. So that should finish that off now. Let's see how this turns the next month going. This is going to be an exciting time to see. Actually, we do have the draft in 9 days. So let's go up to the draft. We lost the series to Miami. We only won 1 game out of 4 against Boston. That's not good. Where do we sit right now in the standings is my question. So we're 12.5 games back of Boston. They have just absolutely taken off this season. 45-15, which is very similar to what they're doing in real life right now. They're absolutely just dominating. So we are 33-28. We're barely over 500. What I am hoping, though, is that I see we are going to be in the wild card. Yes, we are holding down a wild card spot. Only 1.5 games over the Yankees. So what happens from here is going to be extraordinarily important. We're going to go now, sim to the draft, and then finally pick our players. Let's see what's available for your Toronto Blue Jays. Hopefully they are pretty good. We have had a great draft, and actually, so far this year, even with Chef Tom in our franchise mode, we've been putting up some great numbers. So they have a third baseman potential here for Anderson Barty. He only plays third base from Pennsylvania. He's going to be a half-decent contact hitter with okay power. Good plate vision, good fielding, good reaction. So he seems not too bad. Looking at Greg Hayer here. So he plays only second, no secondary positions. Phenomenal contact, not so great for power, good plate vision, good discipline, good fielding, good arm strength. Like for me right now, this guy looks like he's probably the best available, and he's going to be ready the soonest. Let me take a quick peek, just scrolling down here. So yeah, I'm a firm believer in best player available, man. This guy looks like he's going to be an absolute beast. So I'm going to go right off the bat, Greg Hayer. Even if we don't use him, he does end up potential trade for us, as we always like to do. Something that Chef Tom and I do in our NHL franchises and Madden, pretty much any game. Stockpiling draft picks and draft players, never a bad idea. We got Freddie Salter here, who's supposed to be by 2020 ready. Great contact, really good power, good plate vision. Doesn't really need speed, half-decent fielding, and he plays the outfield. Yeah. Freddie, I like what you're bringing to the table. We can use the extra first baseman in case Rowdy Tellez does not pan out. Here we go with the compensation picks. This is probably due to the loss of Josh Donaldson. They say we're thin at third, thin in the outfield, thin at catcher, and pretty much balanced everywhere else. So we have Miguel Brito, not looking too bad. I think starters, I'd say we are okay, though. Sylvester Burkett, 2022, he should be ready. Left fielder. Great contact. Power's not looking great, but good speed, good stealing, good plate vision. Potentially something who can step up for us. Ready by 2022. Peter Murillo's here as well. Not liking the numbers that I'm seeing from him. Do we have any green accuracies? Okay, no, I don't want to go down to the 70 potentials. I'd rather stay up here in the 80s. I think Sylvester Burkett probably is the best looking guy for us right now. So I am going to lock down Burkett and see what round 3 has to offer us. Okay, so there we go. One of the guys we're looking at left field there just went, Peter Murillo. The 80, oh, very good. Here we go. Neil Rivera, 80 stamina, 80 hits per 9, 70 Ks per 9, great break, great velocity. This guy looks like he'd be a half-decent pitcher. I know we are deep, but he looks like he could be really good for us. Because relievers, we supposedly are really good as well. Yeah, I'm going to go Neil Rivera, go a little off our requirements, because I don't think we actually need a starting pitcher, but sometimes you just really have to take the best player available, and I think that's what we're doing with that pick. So Roosevelt's still kicking around here. We got 2020 here for another starting pitcher. A lot of starting pitchers. Thin at catcher, which I don't really think so. I would like to say that Danny Jansen does have some potential. We got Roger Hessman here. Great contact, half-decent power, good fielding, good arm strength. Okay, good blocking. Let's let's draft Hessman. They apparently say that we are very thin at catcher. So we'll upgrade that spot. Let's see maybe if we get lucky with an outfielder. Again, on the idea that we need help in that position specifically. I don't usually like drafting that way, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Speedy, I like what I saw there. Not too bad. Here pretty much looks like the exact same player. Lauren Perkins. Contact's good. Power's not great. Plate vision's okay. Fielding's pretty good. Speed's pretty good. Reaction's good. Stealing's good. You know what? Let's take a chance. Lauren Perkins, worst come to worst, he becomes a good depth guy. You always need those up in the majors. Here we are around 6 right now. We're at 65 potentials here. Not like we're going to find much. But we take a look, though. So we have first base, right field, Barack Chavez. So everybody's ready by 2023 plus. I see good contact, decent contact at least. I don't think anything else there really fills us. Eddie Ezekiel, no good for me. Bradford Jean, Oswaldo Vasquez. Yeah, these guys are not looking like they're going to do much for us. Nope, the contacts are bad. Like, everything here is just not looking great. Any of these pitchers have anything noteworthy at all whatsoever? This guy's good arm strength. I could take a chance. Amos Farrell. And he's 18. He's young. Who knows? Maybe we get something out of him. So that's our first-year draft for this year. Let's... Oh, sign draft picks. We can see already. Okay, so I think we did actually pretty half-decent. Greg Hayer, who's a 74 already with B potential from Venezuela. 82 potential for him. So I will actually take that happily. Looking at Freddie Salter, 77 potential is a C, but he's already a 69. So again, a guy who could step in if we really need someone. So I'm going to throw him a sign as well. Looking at Sylvester Burkett, 88 potential. He's a B and a 61 already. So, of course, he's going to get a massive, massive deal, nice and quick. Neil Rivera, we went a little off the board for him. B potential, 65, 88, so I'll take that. 76 here for Roger Hessman. He's a C, but he's 75 overall already out of the draft. That's pretty polished for me, and he could be stepping up at any given point as a backup. Amos Farrell, he's a 56. He's got a lot of arm strength, though. So let's fill out that minor leagues. And what do I see here? A D, Lauren Perkins. Oof. I typically do always sign everybody. Actually, he's a 73. You know what? I'm going to throw him a deal. He's 18. He's 73 already, which doesn't make sense. He's 73 overall, but has 65 potential. Really, MLB? Really? Okay, so the first player draft is done. Looking on here, so we started off the Washington series where we split it. Let's go here towards the end of the month of June and see what we do. So Tampa, we lost the series. Baltimore, we took. Astros are calling us up right now. Yasiel Sierra for Miguel Montero. Really, guys? Really? A 35-year-old for a phenomenal up-and-coming rookie? I mean, he's 27, but still. Relievers go long-term. I'm not taking that deal. We are ahead of Atlanta in the series. No sweep, but we took the series. Swept Miami. Won the series against the Phillies. Won the series against Oakland. It looks like we actually may have somebody back here. Let's go take a quick peek to see. Maybe we are not going to be dying from injuries right now. Anybody back? No. So Stroman's still injured. Sean Reed Foley. Oh, he is not having a good time right now. My lord. Alex Wood's gone a little cold. Aaron Sanchez, 2.3, 7 and 3. 9 and 4 is okay. Julius Chassin doing what he's got to do. Jaime Garcia looking great. And Sean Reed Foley just not having a good time up in the majors right now. So I'm going to move Sean Reed Foley back down to Double-A. And I think we can definitely call up Ryan Baruki to give him a shot, considering he is the 72. Let's add him to our 40-man, and we will call him up to the MLB to officially take over as our next pitcher. Everything. So Carlos Ramirez actually picking up really well at 80 overall. I like to see that. We look good there. JT Realmuto, Cameron Rupp, he's 72. Still batting 277. Realmuto, 270. 12 home runs. Looking pretty solid. You guys got to pan out for me here, man. Look at Danny Jansen, 65. Looking at first base, 221 average, 9 home runs for Justin Smoke. That's not the year we needed from him. Kendrys Morales, although, has given us a better year. 316, 3 home runs. Devo, 247, 3 home runs. Lourdes, 231, the minors, not looking good. Solarte picked it back up, 262 average. Not giving us the pop this year, though. Little disappointing. 319, 15 jacks for Vladdy Guerrero. This kid's coming up soon. DD 264, 10 home runs. I'll take it. Aledmus 308, 13 home runs. Phenomenal season, buddy. Bo Bichette 293, 8 home runs. Yeah, he's going to be up soon. Granderson 231, 5 jacks. Dwight Smith is back, so that's what it was that had us over. 288, 2 home runs. Kevin Pillar 223, 9 jacks. Teoscar 247, 13 home runs. Dalton Pompey in the short action he had 375. But we are going to move him back down to AAA since we are over. And Randall Grichuk brought his average back up and 16 home runs. So he is providing the power for us. Kind of glad we kept him around for that reason. And we will now get back into our simming action. Getting back to the Oakland series. Did we take it? Do we take it? Auto-fix the minors. No, we lost. Oh, sorry. We split the series with Oakland. And heading off to Houston now. We could actually go to the All-Star break. A loss. So one out of those games not looking good. The Braves are calling Bo Bichette and Chris North. Wow. For Ronald Acuna. Now that is an insane offer, guys. Wow. Ronald Acuna, who is ranked the top prospect in baseball, is being offered to us right now. A massive upgrade in the outfield for us. He's 21, A potential. But look at the deal that they're asking of us. They want Bo Bichette, who's 21, A 75, and Chris North, who I believe we drafted last year. 68 overall, got some power at first. Wow. Guys, typically we do not get good offers in these trades, but oh, wow. Wow. I'm going to pass. My excitement for Bo Bichette, I have to look past Asuna. I'm sorry to the Braves fans watching, but I can't do it. My heart's with Bichette and Vladdy Jr. to turn this franchise around. Let's continue to go forward here. Going to the break. So the Mets, we lost, got swept. We took KC. Oh, big deal alert. Salvador Perez heading off to the Angels. Going back to the Tigers. I don't know why Perez on the Tigers. Kelvin Herrera, Zach Cozart, and Kevin Mighton. Double A All-Star game. We will not be stopping. No, we're not stopping for anything. Okay, somebody came back from injury. Let's go take a quick peek at that. So we swept the 4-game KC series. Took 2 out of 3 from Boston, which is massive for us. And let's go see right now what we are finding. So Ryan Baruki, how you doing, man? 1-1. That's not too bad. But Marcus Stroman is back, so we can now officially send Baruki back down to Double A ball. Get some reps down there. Keep working on your craft, kid. Pretty exciting stuff. We look okay here. Yep, Segrist. That's where we're ending. Biagini's down. Ramirez is down. Osuna, Rupp. Smoke and Morales is good. Devo. Yep. Solarte. Bichette and Aledmus. Aledmus, for some reason, dropping. Bichette's actually past him. But Aledmus having a great year this year. Dwight Smith Jr. Granderson, not obviously giving us what we expect from him. Down to a 70 overall. He is 38. That we can let that contract die out once he's done. Teoscar bringing us some home runs. Kevin Pillar not performing where we need him to be. And Grichuk, 19 home runs, bringing us our power. So we do have a couple problem spots right now that I'm not too happy about. Let's sim through, though, and see where everything's going to take us. We'll auto-fix those. The Yankees are calling now. Devin Travis for Tanaka and Ronald Torreyes. If you guys follow our franchise mode, especially from last year, I do not like Tanaka. Don't need him. And Ronald Torreyes, a prospect who hasn't really ever panned out. And Devo's been pretty solid for us at second base. With Lourdes Gurriel not ready yet, I'm okay to keep Travis. Going into the Seattle series now, I'm hoping we can take the win. Unfortunately, we did not. We're going to skip that. We're hitting the All-Star game now. Let's sim it down here to before the Boston series. So Whit Merrifield is heading over to the Diamondbacks in a deal for Taijuan Walker and David Peralta. Not a bad deal there. I'm a big fan of Whit Merrifield. We lose the series against Tampa, lose series against Baltimore. We got swept by the Yankees in a 4-game series. So we are now only 4 games over 500. I don't know what's happened to this team. We're 18 games behind Boston, who is killing it. The Yankees are starting to run away. They're 6 games above us. And I worry we may have lost our wild card spot. Yeah, we are 6 games back, man. This season is not looking great right now, guys. I think maybe we need to shake up this roster a little bit. Let me take a look at some trades, and we'll come right back. All right, guys, so we finally have a deal very minor deal here. I'm just going to make a switch, and unfortunately, Smoke has never been a guy who typically hits both good for average and home runs, and really, he didn't really hit his peak as a player until being a Blue Jay. This year, he's not really providing us home runs or average, and a guy who consistently provides both is Jose Abreu. They're the same age, much less of a contract bite on Abreu, and I'm going to throw in Granderson just to get him off the books. This year hasn't panned out the way we need him to be, so I'm going to make this nice quick deal. Get Abreu on, who can hopefully solidify and help us out at first base and give us a better average, give us a better hitter. All the best to Smokey. We're going to miss you, bud. You had a great year for us last year. But right now, we're just not getting what we need from our team. And I think, look at that, Abreu already went up to 83 since coming to our roster. I'm going to take a quick look to see if I can find one more trade potentially, and then we will get back into some simming action. All right, guys, we are back. We finally have another deal here. Something kind of small, something I thought I might change up. With first base, with Rowdy Tellez finally starting to find some growth, and now by the looks of this Chris North kid who we drafted last year, I feel like maybe I'm going to call up Tellez, give him a shot to platoon with Abreu. I also moved on from Kevin Segrist. As you can see, he's continued to drop. With the contract to where he's at $3.2 million, I expect a lot more than a 76. And of course, with Adam Liberatore coming in as another lefty, we don't need two of them officially. And I'm moving out from a smaller prospect in left field, DJ Davis. He never really got the respect, as I mentioned, I thought he deserved in this game. From the OFSM roster, totally okay. I'll move out those three pieces, bringing in a little bit of a different piece for us. Michael Taylor, he brings some speed, brings some fielding. He's relatively young, still at 28, and a half-decent hitter. I think he's still going to grow. I've always been a Michael Taylor fan. Batting .311 this year, 13 home runs. I think he's going to round out. He'll be a nice little addition in there in left field, and of course, throwing in another reliever to come back. Hunter Strickland, absolute beauty, throws hard. I think this is a great deal for us. I'm going to make that offer. That's a great deal. And now let's go see how this affects our roster, because I think there's definite potential that we could see some of our young guys coming up. Now looking into Hunter Strickland. Yep, he's officially up. We got Ramirez and Biagini going to help out as our relievers. As soon as there, boom, boom, that's done. So Rowdy Tellez now officially going to be added to our 40-man roster and getting a call up to the major leagues. Let's go, kid. Devo Travis, all good here. Vlad Jr., oh so close to getting his call up. This Otis Gaspar kid is apparently on fire, somebody we drafted last year as well. Didi still looking great. Bo Bichette still playing pretty well in AAA. Aledmus Diaz having a great year. Michael Taylor, I think a great addition for us. Jumped to 83 guys on that trade. Damn, that worked out well. Dwight Smith Jr., I don't think he can be an everyday guy, so obviously I think it's a great little tweak for us with Michael Taylor. Pilar is something I'm definitely going to, I think, maybe assess in the offseason. Teoscar Hernandez really showing he's going to be the guy. And Grichuk has given us power. I got to look past that average for now. Let's get back into the simming, see where this takes us. I mean, to be honest, unless we go on a massive run here, we are going to be done. The Red Sox are calling, and they want Jose Abreu, who we just acquired. They're offering us Marwin Gonzalez, Luke Gregerson, which does nothing for us. What's Marwin at these days? 79, 30. He's having a half-decent year, but whatever, that does nothing. And then a C guy. Like, no. Red Sox, go away. Trade deadline. We're not going to stop. We're going to go through. I like our team where we are. We will go through and see what happens. So we split the Red Sox series there. Let's head off here. Come on, let's turn some W's in here. Split the Seattle series. Only one from the Yankees. We took Boston. We took Washington. Swept. Lost to the White Sox. Swept by Tampa. Man, this has not been a good year for us. We've... I think Donaldson's loss has really hurt us, but it is a transitional year. We took the series from Boston, lost to Tampa. We won the Detroit series. The Bisons finished 2 games under 500, did not make the postseason. The Fisher Cats, though, 80 and 60, will be moving on to the next round. We will not stop simming. We took the Oakland series. Hell yeah, they're moving on. Go Fisher Cats. Lost to the Yankees, swept by the Angels, swept by Minnie. Lost the series to Tampa. We are 4 games under 500. This season is going to be over for us. Can we maybe hit 500? No. 79 and 83. We got hurt. We got hurt in this one. Let's sim through the postseason. Let's see exactly where this takes us. The Cardinals defeat the Red Sox. So the Red Sox do not win, even with that stacked lineup. And now we will head to the offseason. The manager contract ended, so we're going to have to look into that, look into our qualifiers. Let's see our retirees. We lost Connor Panas and Ryan Murphy. Nothing big there. Hunter Pence is a big name that's going. Curtis Granderson, so there you go. He officially retired. Yunel Escobar, Joe Blanton, Vance Worley, Daniel Winkler, apparently. Don't know who that is. Nothing really of note the rest of the way so far. A lot of ability-based losses. Greg Holland's gone. Kendrys Morales left, who we just traded, so I'm glad we got that deal out of the way. Okay, so nothing overly major. Adrian Beltre getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. That's right bang on what needs to happen. So Alex Wood, Abreu, and Julius Chassin are free agents. I don't think we have to bring Julius back, per se. Let's go take a look. Do they have the roster, trades, player search, GM goals, budget? No, they don't have... They're not showing the awards right now. Okay, we will check the awards at the beginning of next season. I'm going to get some offseason work done here, and I'll surprise you guys, like this episode, with how the offseason went. I'll explain it to you at the beginning of the next episode for season number 3. So thank you so much for dropping by, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are absolutely loving this series. I'm having a great time. Hopefully, we're going to see these Blue Jays come out really soon. Make sure to leave those comments below. Let me know if you guys want me to do this the entire franchise. Or is it just till the first championship and then we will call it? And then potentially you guys can suggest another team for me to try out. I just want to thank you guys for the support on the first video. Keep hitting that like button. It really helps out with the growth of our channel and our videos and the views. We're getting so close to 1K viewers, guys. You guys are absolutely doing an amazing job. Keep hitting subscribe, turn notifications on, leave the comments, share it with a friend, tell your boys about the MMC or your girls. We know we have lots of female viewers as well. We love you guys too. And check below for the promo codes. We got our partners, Clutch Chairz. You can see right there. Look at that. Quality, MMC stitched, personalized. Have it on the lumbar support as well. And of course, Insane Labs giving us the products we need to stay awake and get work done. Promo codes there to save anywhere from 15 to 20%. Who doesn't want to go wrong with that? And of course, go check out the store. Get that MMC merchandise. Tons of great stuff there. If you do, send it to us. We want to show you off on social media, which we also have the links for below. Guys, thank you so much for dropping by again. Much, much love from your boy. And I will catch you guys on episode number 3 of the Blue Jays rebuild. Hopefully a better season. Keep it winning, because we didn't do it this season. I'll see you on the next one.